Sometimes I start these videos and I don't really know how to share what I want to share that will make sense logically, or that will even be able to have enough of a spark in it to inspire some action within yourself. When it comes to dealing with emotions, meditation is crucial because emotions are just the ripples, it's the movement, but it's so subtle. When dealing with emotions, a lot of the times we're dealing with the crying, we're dealing with the external effects that emotions have on this physical body. So we're crying, we're angry, we're happy, we're this, we're that, we're hanging out with friends, we're doing this. It's all the external actions that the little ripple of emotion made us do. The wave that ripple caused. That's what we're dealing with. And so when it comes to therapy, when it comes to counseling, emotional intelligence, a lot of it is centered around the external. Calming the external down, having you sit with that, not reacting to it, and then going about your day. But it's deeper than that. It's far more subtle than that. Dealing with the external is of course important so that your attention can come back into itself. But once it comes back in, just noticing that stillness and seeing if you can steady yourself like a tree so that you just notice how every ripple of thought has a little underlying feeling that will immediately shift your entire frequency. It will shift your entire body into a feeling. So just as a thought ripples, the whole body just shifts into a feeling. And so when you're used to living in a certain way, the negative feelings, the positive feelings, the lustful feelings, the greedy feelings, the worried feelings, whatever it is, those thoughts just perpetually ripple and ripple and ripple and ripple and ripple. And then you're just stuck in the external because you haven't taken the time to go back within and slow down the time between those ripples so that you can observe it and let it go. But when we're constantly just rippling within ourselves of emotion, and a lot of it is stimulated by the media that we take in, and the food we eat, and the conversations we have. When we're constantly stimulating those ripples within ourselves, it's impossible to create that distance between ripples. And so when we allow one thought to be spaced out between the next thought, one emotion to become spaced out between the next emotion, we slowly become like trees, just steady. No matter what, no matter who, no matter how, no matter when, no matter where, we can just be steady. And it's clear as day that we are that steadiness. We are not the thoughts, we're not the ripples, we're not the emotions, we're just the steadiness. So hopefully this made sense because it just felt so clear to me when I was coming out of my meditation to speak about this. But again, sometimes it's like, how do I express what's happening in here, out here, into a coherent sentence? But anyways, hopefully this helps. And just something to consider that if you're someone struggling with your emotions are not the external response. They're not the way that you act. They're just a ripple within that's spurred on by a thought. And that thought is normally identified with this body. And so based on how that thought affects this body, you will feel accordingly. But you are not it. You're not this body, you're not the thought, you're not the emotions. If you can learn to settle into that, just that being, you'll begin to notice that those little ripples are not you. They cannot touch you, they cannot affect you unless you allow them to. So one final time, that if you're struggling with your emotions and you think it's all about the external things you're doing that's expressing them and that's the problem, it's not. It's the internal ripple, just the little ripple in the pond that caused the tsunami. But you have to pay attention to that ripple first. Get to that steadiness first so that you can prevent that ripple from even forming. And when it does form, you just let it die out. You don't energize it and make it something big. Because again, when the ripple happens, when the thought and the emotion happen, the entire body shifts within, fractions of milliseconds. Your whole body shifts. But learning to feel that shift and return to stillness will create that distance and eventually will just make you stable like a tree. So give it a try. by meditating every day and just dedicating time to that stillness, dedicating time to coming back within, not getting distracted by what's happening around you, because it's not really that important. But if you go within, you'll see what's important. You'll become what's important. You will just become. So anyways, give that a try. Consider my words. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Join us through the link in the description if you want. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video.